Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Tuesday, January 17th, 2017. Well, I think the big story of the day is obviously the financial collapse. So we're seeing massive sell-side action on the financials, but let's put it in perspective. The financials are up huge over the last 2 to 3 months, right? So as soon as Donald Trump got elected, these things took off because everyone assumed that Dodd-Frank was going to be repealed. Well, based on comments from Donald Trump just over the weekend, it's not that easy. He was very much against higher interest rates, against a stronger dollar, and it's becoming clear that he's more of a loose cannon, and I think that's a real risk to anyone holding the financials or any stock in any sector on the long side. And again, you just don't know what he's going to say. What's he going to tweet? What's he going to, harp on this week? What's he going to harp on this day? And ultimately, there is so much perfection in these bank stocks that there's easily more downside to go. And I won't even go near them until they correct a sizable amount. So let's talk a little bit about what we're looking for in terms of the correction levels here. So the first thing you see is the Bank of America chart right here. Bank of America, the first obvious support level is the 50 moving average. So that's around 2130. Now at 2130, I would say you get a very minor bounce, probably good for a day trade or a 1 or 2 day swing trade. I will not be swinging it for multiple days to weeks at that level. Why? Because it's not going to be that big of a bounce. If you hit the 50 here, my guess is you'll bounce back somewhere in this vicinity for this pivot low right here, right around $22. So you're looking at what, 70 cents. It's okay. Yeah, you want to take a quick trade there. I have no problem with it. But the big level is much lower, folks. And again, what you can do here is I want you to zoom out, and I think this tells a great story. So look at this, guys, and this is just unbelievably beautiful. So notice these pivot points, right? So see how all these pivots are right here? That's going to be your pullback target, okay? So I want to make that clear. When Bank of America corrects to basically 18 to 18 and a half, that's where you start buying. And that is a level where, in my opinion, you can actually hold for some time and make a big score out of it. We're talking, 10, 20% upside off of that level. Okay? So I want that to be extremely clear, is that there are multiple plays along the way that you can play for a very short, quick trade. But if you want to play the big level, that's 18 to 18 and a half. Now let's take a look at JP Morgan Chase as well. JP Morgan coming down hard and fast. I mean, look at this fall, almost 4%. I can't remember the last time I saw JP Morgan dropping 4% on a day. That is a big drop for that stock. Notice the 50 moving average starting to show up here. 50 MA around $82. That will be just like Bank of America, a quick 1 to 2 day swing trade. You'll get probably $1 to $1.50 out of it. It's not bad, but it's a quick trade. The big level that stands out to me, all right, so let's see here. Looks like, see this consolidation right here? This is going to be the spot. So there's a gap fill right there. There's a pivot area. There's consolidation. This is going to be your bigger support level, and that's around $79. So again, at 79, JP Morgan Chase gets intriguing. Looking at Goldman Sachs quickly here. Goldman Sachs taking a huge beating, down $8 as well. This has plenty of downside to go just to reach the 50 moving average at 225. It will go lower, though. You'll get a quick bounce just like the other ones. It will go lower. See this little consolidation level? That's your target. All right, that's going to be a multi-week swing trade. Probably good for, I don't know. I'm not sure if it'll be 10%, but maybe 7 to 10% upside there, and that's right around 211. 211 to 212. Very good support right there. All right, so again, my point is this. These financials, they've run so far, and there's so much perfection. Everything had to go their way to keep them up here. We're seeing that it's not that easy of a road. And I said that all along, by the way. I want to make that clear. You ask any of our members here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, and I said, these financials are priced to perfection. There's no way in hell that Dodd-Frank is 100% going to be repealed like it's factored into these stocks. There's just no way. No way. All right? I mean, think about the uproar if we go back to a society pre-financial crisis where everything's back to the way it was leading into the financial crisis. Now, could things get taken out of Dodd-Frank and revised? Yes, but it's not a full repeal, which is what these stocks had baked into the cake. So there's a lot of downside here. Again, there'll be bounces along the way, but I have given you the 3 levels on 3 major bank stocks to watch. Now, bottom line is, folks, I'm giving out swing trades like this, except the ones I'm actually taking in the research center at inthemoneystocks.com. I encourage you, come to inthemoneystocks.com, take the 7-day free trial. All right, I've already given out probably this year alone in the first 2 weeks like 10 swing trades. We're basically making money on every one of them. We've already closed out a bunch of them for big wins, and this is what I'm going to do all year long, and the money is rolling in. So come to inthemoneystocks.com and profit with the best. Take care.